So select a blank space, today. That is what we are going to do. We are going to look at the interface of the PowerPoint. So PowerPoint is a presentation program that allows you to create dynamic slide presentations. Okay, so in classroom, being a student, a teacher, or let me say in your firm, in your company, if you are given opportunity to market your product, you can use PowerPoint to set up a presentation. An interesting and attractive presentation for your audience using PowerPoint. Okay, so here we are. This is the interface of the PowerPoint application. So getting to know PowerPoint application. This is the PowerPoint the version 2016. Okay, we have different versions like 2010, 2013, 2017, even 2019. But if you have experience, you will be able to work around even with the old versions. But if you are new, there are certain things that you will find it difficult comparing the versions. But this is 2016, and so yes, um they are similar. They are just similar. Okay, just that you see there are improvements as they introduce new version. They try to improve it a bit. So when you open PowerPoint for the first time, okay, when you open the PowerPoint for the first time, um the start screen will appear from here. So when you open it for the first time, this is what you see. Okay, the start screen appears like this, and you will be able to create a new presentation. Okay, so you'll be able to go to new and then create a new presentation. Choose a template. You can choose from templates like this and access your recently edited presentations. Okay, so you can also go to open and then recently edited presentations that you recently created. You can access all of them from the start screen. From the start screen, locate and select blank presentation. So from here, that this start screen, when you go to home, you can locate blank presentation from here, and then open. So let us open our blank presentation. All right, so this is where we are right now, the interface of PowerPoint application. And so let us start with the quick access toolbar. Okay, so the quick access toolbars are found here on the top of the ribbons. Here are the ribbons. We will come to that later, but for now, let us look at the quick access toolbar. So the quick access toolbar lets you access common commands no matter which tab is selected. No matter which tab is open, you can access it. So we are on the home tab now. We can open insert tab or design tab, and the quick access toolbar will still be active. Okay, for us to be able, so you can customize the command depending on your preference. So look at the commands we have here, the quick access toolbar. You can customize the command that you found here. So all you need to do is you go to drop down, if you want to customize your command, you go to the drop down here. Okay, and then so you can add or remove any command that you want. So to add command to the quick access toolbar, just as I said, you click on the drop down and you will see a lot of commands right here available. So select the command you want to add from the drop down menu. To choose from more commands, select more commands. So you can select more commands, and then you have a lot of commands, and you can add any of them if you want. You can add. So you click on it, you say add, and when you add, it will just appear. Okay, so you select OK and it will appear here. So this is the command that we just added. Okay, size and position. Let us go again, and then assuming we don't. So if you want to get rid or delete or take away any of these commands, you just click on it and then it will disappear. Okay, so that is it. If you want to add a command to the quick access toolbar. Okay, that is interesting. Now let us come to the ribbon. We have the ribbon tab here. Okay, and The ribbon contains all of the commands you will need, to perform common tasks um, in the PowerPoint. Okay, so we have tabs inside the ribbon. So we have, let us say, we select the home tab. Okay, now you could see that some of the commands are inactive. Okay, they are hidden, they are not active, and so we cannot use it. That is because we've not started anywhere. We've not clicked on any of the text boxes. So if you click on a text box, the rest of the commands will be active for you to access. So you see, PowerPoint uses a tab ribbon system instead of a traditional menus. So the ribbon contains multiple tabs, each with several groups of commands, and some groups also have a small arrow in the bottom right. So you see, some groups is it, for instance, these groups that we found right here in the home tab. This gives you all the command that you will need for your text. Okay, so you can change, the font, you can change the font size. So here you can change the font type, then you change the font size, or you can change the font size using these two A's, increase or reduce it. Okay, you can make it bold, you can slide it, you make it italic, okay, underline. And so you also have this small how do you call it, this small arrow in the bottom right corner that you can click for even more options. Okay, you can click for even more options. So you can also show and hide this how do you call it, the ribbon. Okay, so you can show, and so these are the times we can show, and then you can hide and unhide the ribbon. So for instance, we want to hide this ribbon, you just go here. Okay, auto hide ribbon, show tabs, and all that. So that is it. So the auto hide ribbon here, auto hide ribbon, the displays your workbook in full screen mode, and the completely hide the ribbon. So if you click on it, you find out that your workspace is full, it's big, and you can't see any ribbon or tab. Okay, this is interesting. So you can also click and you see the top here to bring it back, but this has set it to auto hide. So once you click here, it will disappear unless you go back to this and then bring it back. Okay, uh, before you will be able to access your ribbons and your tabs. Okay, so that is it. So you can hide and unhide the ribbons and tabs. Okay, you can hide and unhide your ribbons and tabs. So that is it about the home tab. And let me add this. So you can also zoom in and zoom out your workspace. Okay, so we have this zoom, the zoom line right here. So this indicate zoom out, and this also gives you access to zoom in. So for instance, if you want to zoom in, you see that the workspace will be bigger. Okay, and if you zoom out, it will be also small. It will make their workspace will be small for you depending on how you want it. So you can also drag it to any size that you want. So that is it. So always make sure it's on the 100% zoom. If you don't want to zoom out or zoom in, you can put it on the 100% zoom. Okay, now let's go back to the backstage. Okay, let go back to the backstage view and see how it works. So to go back to backstage view, you click on file, and this is what you get. So after, let's go back to, okay, if assuming you have done some works here, you've performed some task here, and you want to save it or export it, or share, you come to the backstage view. You can create new, you can open, as I said, already edited video and edit it, or you can find information. You can also save. Now this save, that is if you have already saved your work, to a particular storage on your device. Okay, a particular place, a particular storage place on your device, then you can add this save. But if you are saving it for the first time, that's where you have to come here, save as. So this will take you to your system device, where a particular place where you really want to save your work. Okay, so like this, you browse through, you can go to document, or you can save it on OneDrive. So you can go to this PC, or browse your PC and then navigate through it, and then find where you really want to save your work. And if you also want to print your work, that's cool. Come to print. If you want to share, as I said, export. Normally if you create videos, you will use export to save the video. Close, and then it will get you back to the workplace, the workspace. Okay, so that is it about few informations about the PowerPoint interface. The PowerPoint interface. Okay, so today we looked at the home tab, how so let's continue from here. So you can add new slide. Okay, on the home tab you can also add new slides by clicking on this. You select from any of these layouts. Okay, you select any of this. So assuming you want to add this, it will automatically be added and it will be active for you. So you can also add new, or to add new slides you can even right click on the slide bar and then add new slide. Okay, you can right click on the slide pane and then add new slide. Or still on the home tab, I've told you that some commands are inactive just because we've not clicked, or we are not working on any project right now. So if you click on the text box, for instance, the rest of the commands will be active for you to navigate. Okay, you can go to layout, and then for you to set your work to particular layout that you want. So for instance, we want this layout, it will change right there for us. You can also go to sections and create sections. So assuming you want to create or group these whole sections, you add sections, and then this will be one section. So you can hide it. So we have to name our section. So let's name it Papa Alex. Great, rename. And so we have a section here. So you can add this section, and then you can add more sections to this, the newly created section. Okay, so that is it. Let's see, as I said, this section is used for text, to format your text, and then a whole lot of work. But as we go through lessons after lessons, you will get to know how to use every tab, every ribbon, and every command. So thank you so much for watching today's lesson and being part of it. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel and share. Okay, so just as I said, if you want to save your work, you go to file, save as, and then let's say we want to save it to document and presentation 1. Okay, that's cool. Or you can also change it to, let's say, lesson 1. Okay, cool. PowerPoint presentation, and then you click on save and it will be saved for you.